Good morning, everybody. So, I thought we needed a bit of powering up. So we're going to do powering up through the legs and the torso, and then we're going to let it all go. Not the power, but the stuff that stops us from our power. So we're going to do a little bit of trauma release as well. Towards the end. So let's start lying down. Have your belts handy because we'll do quite a lot of leg work today. Lying down. Just let the knees bend. Nice deep breath in. And a sigh out. And again. Bring the knees up towards you. Circle the knees. So just starting to release any tension from the sacrum. Change directions. Lovely, keep the knees where they are, bring the hands down to the side. Let's just warm through the back channels of the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, draw the toes towards the face. Exhale, hands back, knees bend. Just nice, simple movement. Inhale, really draw on the toes towards the face. Exhale. Stay focused on the breath, using the breath to clear. So inhaling fresh energy, using the exhale to imagine letting go. Lovely. Place the feet to the floor. Keep the inner edges of the feet together. And as you inhale, separate the knees, sweep the arms over. Exhale, bring them back. Lovely, and release. Take your hands nice and flat, put them underneath the bottom, bring the knees up. Drop the lower back into the floor, so just work with the hands so that they're just helping to tilt the pelvis inwards. And then we're going to start to cycle with the legs. Don't straighten the legs fully, we're just going to start to do a small movement to start with. Draw the tummy muscles in. Start to straighten the legs a bit more. If it feels too much for the back, then keep the legs more bent. If you're hearing a clicking, that's my hip. You'll probably hear it at home because it comes through on the microphone. Lovely. Release, place the feet to the floor. Take the feet really wide as you can without compromising the knees. Take the arms out. So let's clear some energy that pulls around the pelvis and the hips. Exhale, drop the knees down to the floor. So you get a really strong stretch on the thigh. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. So the feet are as wide as possible. I don't want you keeping the feet together. This isn't a twist. This is a rotation in the hips. Notice how tight the front of the thigh muscle is at the top. So we're going to do a few more dynamically, and then we're going to hold the stretch. So next time the knees are over towards the right side, I want you to hold. Okay, take the arms overhead and stretch, so you're stretching through the whole of the body. Now only do the next movement if it doesn't compromise your left knee. So if you've had issues with the knee, be careful. You're going to pick up the right foot and place the ankle bone on the outer edge to the thigh. So don't put it on the side of the knee, but just use the weight of the right leg to draw the left knee to the floor. Really stretch through the left side of the body as if take your right hand on the left wrist and pull it up as if you're stretching yourself. Breathe nice and deep into the belly. Hold the breath at the top. And when you're ready, sigh out. Feel any tension around the pelvis, belly, wherever you feel it. It may be up in the ribs. Lovely, carefully release and go the other way. So change the grip on the wrist, so the left hand grips the right now. And if you're not compromised by any issues in the right knee, pick up the left foot, use it as a weight. Really use the breath, breathing in, hold the breath in slightly. So just listen to your body's intelligence. You'll know when it's long enough to hold for you. And notice that when you hold, there's this sense of a bubble of energy wanting to release with a sigh. Lovely. And release. Well done. Bring both knees back up again. Rock from side to side. Circle the knees again. Take hold of your belts. So remember, if you don't have a specific yoga belt, you can use a long pair of socks, pair of tights, dressing gown belt. Now pop the belt on the ball of the right foot, so make sure it is on the ball of the foot and not the arch of the foot. Push up through the heel and press down through the right side of the pelvis. So just by doing that action before we even start to draw the leg towards us, you can feel the strength of that two-way stretch. You're pushing up through the heel, actively pressing down through the sacrum. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the leg towards you. Remember, bend the knee if there's not a lot of give in the hamstring. Good, now let the left knee roll out. So you're stretching those inner channels on the left leg and you're balancing the pelvis. Slowly extend the right leg out to the right. Bend the knee if you need to. Try to keep the back of the pelvis anchored to the floor. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, visualize a stream of energy running along the inner edge of the right leg. Notice where the leg resists the movement. Focus the mind more there. Breathe through it. Let it soften. Lovely, come back to center. Let's straighten the left leg along the floor, bring the belt into the left hand. Start with the right knee bent, right arm out to the side and come across into a deep twist. So keep the knee as close to the body as you can. Make sure you keep the right shoulder blade anchored. Focus your attention around the right hip, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine pushing a wave of energy on the outer edge of the right leg. And then maybe extend the heel a bit more, straightening the leg, or if that just feels too much, keep the knee bent. And feel the deep twist in the belly. Lovely, now release the belt in this position, draw the tummy muscles in and bring the leg back to center. Good, as you exhale, take it out to the right. So we're just using tummy strength now. Inhale back to center, exhale over to the left. We're going to go backwards and forwards. If it's too much because of the leverage on the lower back with the legs straight, then do the same movement with the knee bent. Good, now we're going to build up the speed, so we're working leg and tummy. Keep the shoulder blades anchored so they help for support for the tummy muscles. Lovely, back to center, deep breath in. Exhale, very slowly lower. Keep pushing out through the heel. Push, 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 push. Make some space in the hip area. And once the leg touches the floor, relax everything. Take a deep breath in again. Hold the breath at the top. Just be aware of the right side of the body as you hold the breath. Notice any stagnation, any area that needs to be released, and then exhale it all the way down and out through the right side. Notice the right side compared to the left. Lovely, bend the right knee, bring the belt to the ball of the left foot. Push up through the heel, down through the left side of the pelvis. Good, nice long exhalation. Relax the jaw. Lovely, bring the belt into the left hand. Right knee rolls out to the side. Keep the back of the pelvis anchored. Bring the leg out to the left. Bend the knee if you need to. Deep breath in, focusing around the pelvis on the left side. And as you exhale, imagine pushing a wave of energy along the inner left leg. Bring the leg back up. Stretch the right leg out, belt into the right hand. Let the left knee bend. Exhale, bring the leg across the body, keeping the knee as close to the torso as you can. Focus on the outer left hip. Breathe into it. Exhale along the outer left leg. Good, now keeping the leg there but releasing the belt. Engage the tummy muscles, bring the leg up on the inhale, over to the left on the exhale. Modify if you need to, bend the knee, and we'll build up the speed. Keep the shoulder blades anchored as you move the leg from side to side. Feel the tummy muscles engaging to hold the weight of the leg rather than taking the weight into the lower back. So tummy muscles are pulling in. Good, back to center. Deep breath in, push up through the heel. Exhale, slowly lower. Push through the heel. Lower slowly, under control. Leg down, take a deep breath in, relax. Hold the breath at the top. Feel the whole of the left side of the body. And then exhale through it. Lovely, let the knees bend. Sweep the arms overhead. So we're going to do dynamic bridge. So we're going to push up as we exhale. So take a breath in. Exhale, push up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, push up. So as you lower, so just keep the hands behind the head. I don't want you to actually bring the bottom fully to the floor. So we're not allowing the muscles to completely release. So just pushing up and down. And you can either breathe in and out with the movement and do it slowly, or you can be conscious of a deep in and out breath, but move more quickly with the movement. Let's do another 10. Lovely, and release, well done. Bring both knees towards you again, squeeze them in. And then as you squeeze them in, start to draw a circle outwards. Squeeze them in nice and close and draw out. So releasing the energy charge when you come out of that repeating bridge movement. Good, push the legs up to the ceiling. Draw the toes towards you. Bend the knees if you need to. Separate the legs, bring them back in. Separate the legs, bring them back in. Lovely, and release. Bring the knees in once more. Let's rock from side to side. Lovely, roll over to one side. Let's come round into cat. So I want you to tuck the toes so we start to release some of the tension that we hold in our ankles. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push back and draw the tummy muscles in. So it's a similar movement to cat-cow, but we're just bringing in the feet as well. Inhale, exhale. Feel the nice long exhale, stimulating the tummy. Good. Next exhale, let's come into down dog. Keep the knees bent, heel out the feet. Lovely. Now just push down through the right heel. Lift the left leg slightly and we need to circle the left ankle. So the knee can stay bent, or if you want to raise the leg fully, then you can do that as well, but circle the ankle. Lovely. Release, push the left heel down, circle the right ankle. Either keep the knee bent and just lift the foot off the floor or raise the leg up, your choice. Lovely. Heel out both feet. Good. Let's just take some movement into the spine again. Inhale, drop the knees, come back into cat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, back into cat. Exhale, down dog. So if that's enough for your back, stay with the cat option. Otherwise, inhale, come forwards, point the toes back so you're on the front of the ankle. Lift all the way up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Lovely. Let's walk the hands towards the feet. Hold the forward fold. Soften the knees. So a little swing forwards and back. So you're moving further towards the heels. Can you lift the toes as you do that? If you can't, if you struggle with forward fold motion, then actually get the bricks to do it as well. So you can lift the toes as you go. Really strong on the back of the legs. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. So some of you may be able to do that without bricks. Also depends on body portions. So if you've got very long legs and a short torso and arms, then it's harder to bring your hands to the floor. I've got short legs and a long torso, so it's easier for me to do that. So just feeling how it's really starting to move up into the top of the hamstring. The further you can lift the toes in that backwards motion, you can feel it right at the top of the legs. Lovely. Okay, so from here, I want you to walk over to the left with your hands. Again, if you need a bit of height to do that, then take a brick with you, one in each hand, and just use the brick as an extension of your arm. Good, walk it all the way back, the other way, as far around as you can. Really keep the heels anchored. And again. And again. Lovely, back to centre. Take your feet a little bit wider. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, come all the way down. So remember, down for some people might be here. That's fine. But wherever down is for you. Inhale, exhale. Imagine the movement is like a pump. So we're going to make a fist as we exhale. Like you're pumping water out of the earth. Two more. Well done. Shake the legs. Sunday morning. We needed a bit of a wake up. Miserable weather here. Okay. So the next movement, watch carefully. I'm just going to show you from the side. So this is a Qigong movement. It's really powerful. It looks simple, but it's the coordination. So we're going to inhale. Lift up onto the tiptoes, and as you exhale, push the breath out with the fists. Inhale. So you're gathering in, palms are flat, pushing out with the fists. Synchronize it with the heels. So it's a concentration exercise as well, because sometimes your hands just stay in one position. A few more. 100 a day, evidently. Last one. Lovely, well done. Shake out the legs. Okay, so turn the mats so that they are the same way as me. Take the feet nice and wide. Use the bricks if you need to. So we're literally just going to move forwards. So if you need bricks to do that carefully, then use a brick. Press into the outer edges of the feet, really work the legs and lower. Let's lift the toes, so we've got Padabandha on the foot, the toes are lifting, but the ball of the foot is anchored. Let's be aware of the excuse me, movement of energy through the legs. Lovely, now walk your hands over to the right leg. Use both bricks if you need an extension on the arms. Going to continue that right turn into a lunge, hop the back leg off the floor, move up and down on the front leg. I want you to tire it out. So you feel like you almost can't do any more. Almost, but not fully. Good, step back. Oh, okay. Nice wide leg forward fold again. Good, now keeping your toes forwards. We're not turning the toes yet. Walk your hands over to the left. Lovely, turn to the left. Hop the back foot in. Wear out the front thigh. So if it was a scale of 0 to 10, I want you to get to a 7 in terms of fatiguing the muscle. Good, step back, turn into the wide leg forward fold again. Slowly roll up, breathing in. Good, extend the arms up, step the feet a little closer. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely, bring the hands to the back. Feet are still, I'm just showing you from the side. The feet are still about as wide as the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows back. And we're going to come back. Don't go too far because we're going to fatigue the torso muscles here. So breathing. Notice on the exhale there may be a slight tremor. Can you feel that coming into the body? So tremoring and shaking, remember, is the way that the body releases trauma from the system. We live in a society when we're just told to pull ourselves together, so we're just going to allow this to happen. Good, now twist to the right, look over the shoulder. So if your body's starting to shake a little bit, just let it. Good, go the other way. Lovely, and release, just soften the knees. Have a little bounce. Lovely. Now, we normally do this one with a wall, but I'm going to get you to do it without a wall, and we don't do it for as long. So bring the feet so they're under the hips, bend the knees, hold, bring the arms out. So it's a bit like Utkatasana, but we're not as far forwards, we're a little bit higher. Again, feel the thigh muscles when you get to about 7 in terms of jelly legs. Then release it in a forward fold. So when you can feel that tremoring, just hold it for a bit longer. Good. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Lovely. Make your way to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together. Push the bottom up off the floor. Take the arms overhead. We're going to hold. Nice deep breathing. Stay lifted as best you can. A few more breaths. Lovely, and release. Keep the feet together, knees as wide as possible. So when we start to experience the tremoring, in my mind, it feels like what I imagine it must be when you're in the wide open grassland, and then you start to hear a rumbling of a herd of horses or buffalo or something starting to come towards you, and it's very subtle at first, and then it just gets louder and louder. Okay, so bring the knees up about 2 inches. Keep the soles of the feet together. So the muscles are engaged, they're just holding the knees in place. So you might find that there's a bit of tremoring in this position. Just let it go. Don't try to stop it. Just let it be part of the position. Good. Now bring them up another 2 inches and hold. So we're not trying to stop the tremoring. We're encouraging it. Just allowing the nervous system to free up the energy that it doesn't need to hold on to anymore. Good, now bring them another 2 inches in so that they're not touching, but they're quite close. Good, now as close as possible without the knees touching. But the soles of the feet are still touching. So we've not put the soles of the feet on the floor. Just the outer edges. Good, now bring the knees together. And then we're going to reverse the movement. So open them again and hold. So not really wide. Good, a little bit more, a little wider, and hold. Wider again, and hold. And then fully wide. Lovely. Now, soles of the feet on the floor and walk the heels away from you and then just relax completely. So they're not close in, and let the legs just start to tremor. So we're not bringing the knees together. We're switching off the support of the skeletal structure. Just let the body start to tremor. It might be very subtle. It might be quite a lot of movement. If you want it to switch off even more, so you want to tremor more, bring the heels a bit further away so there's less support in the quad muscles. And really just let it go. So stop trying to control it and just let the body do its thing. And eventually the movement will travel up into the pelvis and you'll feel it moving, as well as the legs. If they're not shaking much, bring the heels further away from you or further in. Just, it might be different for your body. And if it feels too much at any point, straighten the legs and it'll switch it off. So learning to let go of control is the hardest thing. Just let it go, because that's the programming that we have in our mind. Lovely. Now let's all switch it off, straighten the legs out completely. If you feel like you need to pop a layer on, grab a blanket or a jumper. Have the palms facing down. So we're going to add in a different methodology to release trauma, which is Kaya Kriya. It's really good at releasing the fascia, body meditation. So the legs are straight and away from each other, so you're about as wide as the mat. If that doesn't suit your lumbar spine and sacrum, then do the same movement with the knees bent, but keep the feet really wide, and when I ask you to roll the toes in, you simply roll the knees in. Palms face down. And as you inhale, roll the toes inwards or the knees. So you feel the movement come right into the hips. And as you exhale, let the toes roll away. Inhale and exhale. Good, and next time you roll the toes in on the inhalation, I want you to roll the palms up. So the hands are quite far away from the body because you need to feel the movement in the shoulder as well. So the inhale, toes in, palms up, and the exhale, palms down, toes out. When you're ready, on the next inhale, keep the arms and legs going, let the head roll to one side. And as you exhale, let it roll all the way to the other side, nice and slowly. Slow it down even more, let the movement slow down as well. Breath nice and slow. Now on the next inhale, let the body totally relax, no movement. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for 8. Good. Inhale for 4. Hold the breath in slightly at the top of that inhale. Imagine the energies at the top of the head. And then we're going to take the exhalation all the way down to the feet. So 8 out. Inhale for 4, top of the head. Hold the breath in for just a pause. Exhale for 8, all the way down the body to the soles of the feet, tips of the toes. Just really clearing out the nervous system. As you exhale, imagine a clear energy of light flowing through every single aspect of your bodies. So physical body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body. Let that exhalation flow down and through and out. Notice the energy at the tip of the big toe on that final part of the exhalation. One more breath. Lovely. Now just total rest, not controlling the breath, just observing the natural breath. Carefully bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale with a sigh. Bring the knees back up. When you're ready, roll over to one side. Back up to sitting. Hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And down through the midline. I want you to bow your head to the heart space, to where the true self resides. And acknowledging the release of what you've held on to, but also acknowledging your true light, your true self at the heart space. And namaste.